Hello, I am very excited about this because I'm filming this on my new mini tripod, which I bought in Australia. Yes, spoiler alerts, I've been to Australia, I've come back, and now I'm somewhere else again. And here are my April favourites. I've got a lot, mostly movies, but still, a lot. So I've got Ticket to Paradise, Matilda the Musical, The Show Must Go On, which was a documentary about Adam Lambert, Julie and Julia, Pretty Woman, Murder Mystery 2. Murder Mystery, I watched that in the wrong order, but I really enjoyed it. It was just stupid, but entertaining, which is what movies should do sometimes. Silver Linings Playbook, which has been on my list for so long, and I'm really glad I finally got to watch it. Look Both Ways, which is just totally about who I am as a person. It was basically about this one girl and two different things happened on one night, or could happen. It could go one way or the other. And then depending on which way it went, that's kind of showing her life in both directions. And I just love that. I think about that all the time. Luckiest Girl Alive, I think we're on 10. And Love in the Villa. I really liked Love in the Villa. It was a stupid rom-com, but I really enjoyed it. On to TV shows, we've got 4. We've got MH370, which is the docu-series, which I found fascinating. Unstable, which was fantastic. It reminded me a bit of Cuckoo. It was just like a silly TV show that just made me laugh. The Good Place, which I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes of, maybe maximum 3. But I had not watched The Good Place since I sort of first watched it. I've never gone back and rewatched it. And my family was somewhere in the middle of season 1, so I was just rewatching it with them, a couple of episodes, and I just forgot how much I loved it. And lastly, Looking for Alaska, which I have been wanting to watch since I heard about it coming out. I'm a big fan of John Green. I'm a big fan of all his books. And I was really curious to see kind of what they did with this TV show. And obviously on his YouTube channel, he'd spoken about it when it was being filmed. And it just sounded really good. But I knew that it was out on like Hulu or one of those streaming programs that I don't have and wasn't planning on getting. And then just by chance, I was on Netflix looking for something that started with LOOK. And on like the, we don't have these movies, but are you looking for a similar thing too? It said Looking for Alaska. And I was like, oh, I'm curious about that. So I just put it into Google. And it turned out it is on BBC iPlayer, which I have. So I was able to watch it all there, which I'm really happy about. And I finished it right at the end of the month. I told myself I want to try and finish this before the 1st of May, and I did. And I do have mixed feelings about it because I don't like watching things where people aren't being like goody two-shoes. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that like they're in school, they're drinking, they're smoking, and like I don't enjoy watching that. I was such a goody two-shoes, so even watching other people not be like that, and the whole sort of society within the school just really annoyed me. I was like, I don't like the way this is panning out. But I know that that's how it's meant to be and that that's an accurate reflection of how some schools are. I just was very fortunate to not have to experience that. Then I've got 3 books. I've got Ordinary People, which was all right. It was really frustrating me. And I knew that going in. I knew going in that it was going to, and it did. Forget Me Not, which I loved. I think it's a kid's book. Or maybe like a middle grade kind of book. I don't know. I don't think it's meant for like adults, but I would encourage adults to read it. It's a very short book and it's about a girl with Tourette's in school and how she handles it basically. And I just thought it was so good and I highly recommend it. And lastly, New Beginnings, which I've just totally blanked on what it was about. How have I done that? I'm gonna have to look it up. That's very odd. Oh, Fern Britton. Yes, that was it. And I'm actually currently reading another book by Fern Britton because I liked it so much. I loved this book. I just forgot the name of it, I think, because it doesn't actually feel like it has to do with the content. And it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it, even though I might not seem like I did. Now that I'm reading like the blurb again, I'm like, oh yes, I remember it and I love it. All right, on to musicals. I've got 2. Number 1, I did mention, I think, last month or February maybe, and it's 4045, which is a Dutch musical, which I love. Well, actually, it's a Belgian musical. I lied. And then & Juliet, which I finally got to see. What's really interesting is this wasn't on my list. It wasn't a musical I was desperate to see, which is why I didn't see it before it closed in London. Well, I probably would have. When it announced that it was closing, I probably would have. But by then I'd already been told that I was going to go see it in Australia. So I was like, right, no rush. And it was so much better than I was expecting. It was really funny, which I wasn't expecting. Like really funny, and it was so dancey. I loved the dancing and I thought it was really well done, really well done, and a lot of fun. Then for music, I've just got 1. I've got El Diablo, which was, I want to say, Cyprus's entry last year, maybe the year before. in Eurovision, and I've just been playing it a lot. Then food, I've also got one, and it's just, I call it Mummy's chocolate crack. My mum makes this like millionaire shortbread, but with crackers, and it's really good. I can't explain it, but it's very good. And then for fashion, I've got two, one of which I'm actually wearing, and it's this crop top. Both of them are my sister's. So this is one, I would never pick this out in a shop for myself, not in a million years. But my sister handed me a pile of clothes, as she often does when I come to Australia, or when I see her basically. And she said, I don't really wear these anymore, do you want to try them on and see how you feel about them? And I really like this one, I've worn it a lot. And same with the next one, which is a blue stitch top. Well, it's a blue sort of, it looks tie-dye, and then it's got a little stitch on the side that says stay weird. And it's very me, and it makes me very happy, and I've worn it a lot. And again, it probably wouldn't be something I'd pick out, like, of a shelf in a shop. I can't speak. And last but not least, I've got one other, and it's a game, and it's called Get Rich Quick. We played this as a family, and I was surprisingly obsessed with it. I wasn't very good. I wasn't bad, but I wasn't very good. But I don't usually like games with my family. And I don't usually like learning new games as well, because I don't like how complex it is. I like to watch usually the first round of a new game. I like to be in someone's team and kind of learn that way. I don't like hearing all the information and trying to keep track of it all. But this game was so easy to learn and just loads of fun. We didn't play it the normal way. We played it with a bit of a twist, which made it even simpler. And I just really enjoyed it. It was fun, and it was a good one to play with however many people we were. I actually think that's one of the games where it's better to have more people. It just makes it more interesting. And last but not least, my song of the month is Please Don't Make Me Love You from Dracula. I think that has been my song of the month in the past. I can't remember what month, what year, anything. But again, I actually had a go at singing it this month, and I really enjoy it, and I think it really suits my voice if I am tooting my own horn. I meant to say if I say so myself, but I couldn't remember that expression. What? I thought I was flying through this and I'm already 10 minutes into filming. Ah! Anyway, we're almost at the end. So I might do a cover of that song at some point, because I do think it suits my voice well, I think. I'll put it up on YouTube and then I'll get loads of comments being like, this is rubbish. We'll see. I might not put it up on YouTube. Anyway, that's all from me, and I'll see you all soon, very soon. I'm posting so many videos at the moment. I am sure if you are watching my channel often enough, you'll see that. I've currently got 3 videos going up per week, and at the moment it's 1 sort of regular video and 2 vlog videos, because I've got a lot of vlogs. And I think by the time you're watching this, I'll just be finishing up Lapland. So you can go back and watch loads of my Lapland adventures. And then at some point I think I'm switching it to 2 regular videos and 1 vlog, but I don't know when that happens. I think we've still got a while before then. But that's all from me, and I'll see you all in the next one very soon. Bye!